Hi, I'm Jarosław Radzikowski. I'm the CEO of Nubinno. Today I'm joined by Mark Daly, who is the head of Siegfried's operational technology for drug products. Hi Mark.
Hi Jarek.
Would you like to tell us about the acquisition that you performed in Spain?
Yes, Siegfried acquired 2 locations in Spain, being in Barbara del Valles and El Masnou. The 2 locations were part of a strategic move to further expand its geographical presence as a global leader in the CDMO industry.
So what was exactly the COLD project?
Well, the COLD project was changing from an MAH to a CDMO industry, that is changing their level 4 systems, being ATTP to TraceLink, migrating over 2,000 SKUs, integrating over 17-18 packaging lines, and 4 different types of systems.
So what were the major challenges that you've seen from your perspective in the project?
Well, the major challenges were at first to change the mentality from MAH to a CDMO perspective, creating procedures, SOPs, integrating with the local teams, building relationships, furthermore than having 4 different vendors, working with them at the same time, onboarding customers with strict timelines and with no downtimes, introducing new systems like TraceLink, and keeping in mind that the complexity was double since we were onboarding 2 locations at the same time.
So let me share with you the Nubinno's perspective on the operational challenges that we had for this project and all the planning and mitigations that we needed to put in place so the project was delivered in the right way with flying colors. We had to think about the team that would be taking part in the project. And after discussing it with Mark about his requirements and timelines and the cutoff dates, we decided to use 2 project managers, one who would be working on daily basis and the shadow project managers to ensure the business continuity and coverage in case the main project manager is sick or is out of office. The same situation was with regards to the 2 technical consultants that we assigned to the project to deal with so many SKUs and systems in place. Of course, we had to maintain very good communication with Mark and his team. So on top of the whole team that was taking care of it, there was also me involved as a head of delivery, so we could put some governance model in place with Mark in case of any issues that would need more attention, escalations or governance. So in terms of the timelines, they were actually created not only by Siegfried and Mark himself, but of course after the acquisition there was a cutoff date, meaning that the MAH that Siegfried purchased the 2 sites from had a specific contractual date by when they would be supporting the activities for the 2 manufacturing sites. Hence, we had a limited time to deal with it, and we couldn't stop the production, which was very challenging, right?
Yes. Apart from that, we also had to work internally with our departments like supply chain production to ensure that we had the right time slots, the right materials, and the right resources available at the right time. Keeping in mind that apart from the serialization project, there were other activities ongoing, so pressure on resource and time management was even bigger.
And that was the challenge, because we had to think about it in a way that, okay, we've got a production ongoing, we need to switch everything, the systems, we need to integrate the teams, we need to make sure that the procedures are put in place, everyone is trained, and we follow Siegfried's team. Because of course Siegfried had their native team working at the sites, new sites, as well as in their global headquarters. So we had to think on how to do it and work with, as Mark you said, the supply chain and other teams to understand what is the production schedule. Then we need to also communicate clearly with the customer, because of course from their perspective it was just a noise to really work on the new connection to exchange data with Siegfried, and so they had to also do some work on their side. So we had to be ready to do it in one go in a specific production break to switch the systems, to test it, and ensure that it's all validated for the next production activities. And that was the big challenge, as you mentioned. I understand, if I understand correctly,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we had to do it in a way that would reduce the impacts on our customers and to ensure that we were able to deliver our products in time and in full.
Yes, so there was plenty of complexities and challenges that we dealt with. And I mean, from my perspective, the last thing I would like to add is the pressure of the time, right? So despite of the fact that Nubinno team had so many resources assigned, that we were supporting the resources from Mark's teams, and we also had, you know, a number of resources working there. It was all with the customers. We had to make sure that we do it really seamlessly with no issues, or if there were issues, we could fix them easily. So this was, in my opinion, that was the big one. Once project was completed, what were the results and benefits for Siegfried?
Well, for Siegfried, to begin with, we increased our geographical presence and we are able now to deliver better and more to our customers. At the same time, we integrated 2 new locations, 18 packaging lines, 4 different systems, and we created governance and leaner processes.
Upon completion of the Cold project, Mark invited us to participate in a new initiative that was related to the maintenance and support for the global activities performed by Siegfried on the compliance side, which was called Virtual Serialization Experts. And maybe Mark, you want to tell us more about that?
Yes, so during the project we could already foretell that we had increased in our complexity. Hence we needed to provide a better governance, leaner processes and much better communication. That being said, we developed a new global service desk. We streamlined the communication for both the internal locations and our customers. And we also created a ticketing system in order to be able to track our activities and make sure that we keep to our SLAs and we deliver to the customers in full.
Thank you for, you know, putting your trust in us. Nubinno has been working with Siegfried for a number of years now, and I think we're doing well since you're still working with us. So that's really great from that perspective. I just wanted to say thank you everyone for watching our case study on the transitional project called for Siegfried. We appreciate your time. In general, I just wanted to summarize that all the transitional projects have very similar challenges that are related to customer deadlines, the fact that we do not want to interrupt the production activities. We need to involve multiple departments within the company. We cannot annoy the customers by extra activities that are cost and effort related. And the fact that it is necessary to do all this when we acquired new sites or companies.